Women's hair loss can be caused by a number of factors. Here I'm going to briefly explain the causes of each and how they can be effectively dealt with. Well, let's start with a condition that is more common than one might expect. Genetic hair loss, or female pattern hair loss, is most common amongst middle-aged women, but can also affect women of a younger age. Genetic hair loss is caused by a product produced in the body called dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. This attacks hair follicles and causes them to shrink more and more with each growth cycle until the hair becomes thin. This condition only affects the top of the scalp, so if you're losing hair on the sides and back as well, there's probably a reason other than genetics. Before I discuss the effective options available to clear this condition up, let's look at the other likely causes of female hair loss. Here's another condition that is very common among women today. Telogen effluvium is usually a temporary complaint caused by a shock to your biological system. This might include an accident, an injury, illness, or a stressful event such as a family loss or relationship troubles. The shock causes a number of hairs to pass from the growth phase to the resting phase prematurely. As a hair's resting phase lasts 3 months before the hair falls out, hair loss will be experienced 3 months after the event that caused it, so it might seem unexpected. But as long as the cause isn't ongoing, hair should grow back on its own after a short period of time. This condition can, however, trigger genetic hair loss, which is a permanent condition if it's not treated. A similar condition is diffuse hair loss. It can be caused by factors such as illness or lack of certain nutrients. You can tell the difference between this condition and genetic hair loss by observing where the thinning is taking place. Is it confined to the top of the scalp or spread over the whole scalp? Diffuse hair loss affects the back and sides as well as the top. In this case, it's important that you identify what is causing it. Fixing the underlying problem should also fix your thinning hair. So what about treatments for women's hair loss? How do you know which products work and which don't? With so many advertised products out there, it's a daunting task. What's more, many manufacturers make whatever claims they like about their products on their websites. The internet is still largely unregulated, so users must exercise caution. The MHRA in the UK and FDA in the USA are government medical regulatory bodies that overlook and review clinical trials to ensure products are effective and safe to use. A marketing license will only be issued for products clinically proven to be both, following stringent, large-scale clinical trials. This is the only way you as a consumer can be sure whether a product is likely to work. In the UK, there is only one product licensed for women's hair loss. It's called minoxidil. Although there are many other products that claim to prevent or reverse women's hair loss, minoxidil is the only one that you can be sure has a good chance of doing so. Most of the other products advertised for hair loss prevention are food supplements, and although many make claims of hair loss prevention, they're not authorised to do so in the UK. Unfortunately, no natural product has conducted an extensive enough clinical trial to provide sufficient evidence of its effectiveness. Many show no clinical or scientific evidence of effectiveness at all. Now I'd like to talk about hair growth boosters. These are designed to complement proven treatments like minoxidil to boost the effectiveness of the overall treatment. First up is the Hair Max laser comb. It's handheld and emits a low-power laser light. Like Propecia and minoxidil, the laser comb is unique as the only device to have been FDA cleared for treatment of genetic hair loss. So it's not only effective, but it's also safe. The laser comb is offered free within most treatment programs from the Belgravia Centre. So how do supplements work? Well, although there's no firm evidence proving that they can individually help to prevent hair loss, it's often useful to use one alongside proven treatments to help maximise results. Hair Vitalix is just one example of a supplement that contains numerous ingredients to help maintain and improve the overall condition of the hair, and aims to give any growth that extra push. The Belgravia Centre has treated thousands of women with hair loss of all types. Most of its treatment courses for women's hair loss are based around different formulations of minoxidil and fine-tuned for each individual. Belgravia's treatment programs clear up and even reverse hair loss in most cases. Even though minoxidil has only been licensed for genetic hair loss, Belgravia sees many cases of success for other women's hair loss conditions too. You can get an idea of the kind of results that women frequently experience by visiting belgraviacentre.com and viewing before and during treatment hair growth photos. You will also find a growing number of success stories on the Belgravia blog, featuring comments written by treatment users and images taken before and during their treatment. Or why not take a look at Belgravia's other videos? You'll find a wide range of information videos and hair loss treatment video diaries, monitoring hair loss treatment users throughout their treatment. Belgraviacentre.com is also one of the web's best resources for hair loss information. Use the search box to find anything at all related to hair loss and what you can do, or detailed reports of most of the products available. But if you can't find it, just ask.
I had a brush full of hair every time I brushed my hair.
It was all very sudden. It was something I just discovered one day. I touched my scalp and there was a pale patch.
My hair was extremely thin, so you could see really that it was extremely thin. Now I can style it, I can go to my hairdresser. I'm really happy. So it changed a lot.
It's kept my hair, and I will keep it into old age, and it's also been nice to be able to say to other people that if you look after your hair with these kind of treatments and with help and support, you can keep your hair for many years to come as well.
By having seeing a trichologist regularly through your treatment, it helps you to see the progress, to have a face to return to when you have a question, or if you're thinking, or is it getting worse again? Is it getting better? There's always someone here that can plot you through your progress.
Within 3 to 4 months I was noticing a difference. 6 months I noticed a big difference, and 2 years later my hair is as it always was, if not better. I'm carrying myself happier, I'm carrying myself better, I feel better about myself, I still feel young and I still feel good about myself, and that's how I want to feel for a few more years yet.
If anybody wants to feel confident about themselves again and wants that worry out of their mind, at least give it a go. It's worth the trial period of 3 months, I would say, at least, just to say I tried it and I've tested it and I came back. I think the service is really good.
It changed my life in a way that when I'm working with customers in the customer-facing jobs, and to find a good job, obviously your appearance is one of the most important. So for me it was very important that my appearance is suitable to find the job that I always wanted to do, and I'm quite happy because I found it.